The book of Numbers, chapter 15, and verse 38.
Come on.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
You see, as the Bible, if you open the Bible, you can only hear that God was dealing with only the children of Israel.
That's right.
Understand? Not no other nation. So let's see, who are the Israelites according to the Bible? Let's see the so-called white people right now in the land of Israel. Are they Israelites, or there are a race of people that has been hidden in the whole world that are Israelites? Let's see. Read Deuteronomy 28.
May you be right, may you not be right.
Deuteronomy 28. Let's see, who are the Israelites according to the Bible? If you have a question, we can take your question, okay? So, verse 1, verse 15.
You got your water?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 15.
Read.
Come on.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So this was an account that happened after Moses brought the children of Israel from the land of Egypt. When they were in the wilderness, God said to Moses to speak to the children of Israel that it shall come to pass, which is a future tense. So let's see what happened. Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
No, some of his commandments.
All his commandments.
So you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you have to do God's commandments, not choosing what you want. You have to keep God's laws. Read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So we all know curses are not good things. Curses are not good things, so no one wants to be cursed. So God said to the children of Israel, if we abide to his laws, then curses shall, we do not keep his laws, curses will come upon us. Let's see some of the curses. Verse 32.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 32.
Read.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So the Bible says the sons of Israel will be given to another race of people. So whom did this happen to? I know it happened to we so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's
it did
right.
not happen to any nation. Read it again.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Hey, sister, brother, 1 minute. Get the flyer. Get a flyer. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people. So how did it happen? Through slavery. Through slavery.
That's right.
Read.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thy hand.
So our forefathers do not have military might, economic might, and to redeem their people. Do you understand? Their children from going to slavery. So whom does this happen once again? If you know that this happened to a race of people, come here and prove your cause. That's what we are all for. For we will prove it according to the Bible, as that says the Lord.
That's right.
Read.
Verse 33.
Verse 33.
The fruit of thy land.
So the fruit of the land, our land, goes to our national resources. Brother. Okay, the fruit of the land goes to our national resources. Read.
And all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
So, which country is the leading production of coffee? Which country is the leading production of coffee? Germany. Have you ever seen a coffee tree in Germany before? If you have seen some or a coffee farm, please come forward and show us. I would like to visit that place to know it. But you can't find it. Why? Because, read that part again. The fruit of your land.
The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
So you can get coffee in Africa. That's where they farm coffee. So why are they not the leading production of coffee, but it is Germany?
Bring it out.
That shows that people are what? Benefiting from our back. Read.
And thou shalt be only oppressed.
So if you go to these lands like Africa, Caribbeans, they are being oppressed, but they have all the resources of this earth. They have gold, they have diamond, they have silver, manganese, timber, all these things, they have it. But why are they not rich? Because of slavery. Because of slavery, you conquer them, enslave them, teach them what is not right. Read.
The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
So these nations, they are the Americans, they are the Chinese, they are the Europeans, they are benefiting our resources.
That's right.
So what are we reading? The Bible. Go to verse 46.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 46.
Read.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
So the day is the curses that we read in verse 15. That the day, the curses shall be upon the children of Israel for a sign. So one thing, if I want to know where is the Bahnhof right now, or the train station, there is a board there to identify where the Bahnhof or the train station is. So these curses that we're reading will be upon the children of Israel.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So what is the meaning of Egypt? We walked to Egypt first time, we walked to Egypt. And when Moses brought us back, so Moses was telling us we are going to go to Egypt again with ships. So let's see what is the meaning of Egypt. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. Let's see what is the meaning of Egypt that we'll be going. And what was the Israelites doing in Egypt? I hope they were not ruling. They were slaves. Read it out.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2.
Read.
I am the Lord thy God, which hath brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the land of the house of
Read
bondage.
it again.
I am the Lord thy God, which hath brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt is synonymous to bondage. Egypt means bandage. So what was the Israelites doing in Egypt? They were slaves. So exactly what Moses said that it will happen to us, it did happen. So go back to Deuteronomy 28 verse 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So God says He is going to bring us to slavery again, but this time around with ships. You can look again. Which nation or people went to slavery with slave ships? The Chinese went to slavery with slave ships before?
No!
The so-called white people went to slavery with slave ships before?
No!
So which people? Which nation of people? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right!
Bring it out! You are the Israelite that the Bible speaks of. It's time for you to wake up and come back to your true nationality.
That's right!
Alright? Read.
By the whereof I speak unto thee.
Hey, brother, where are you from? Nigeria. Can I find Nigeria in the Bible? 1 minute.
No, you can't.
Yo, okay, so who are you according to the Bible?
I'm from Israel. My tribe from Israel.
Israel.
Yes.
How can you prove it?
Huh?
How do you know that you're from Israel?
It's my. We have two fathers that combined my tribe.
Okay.
They originated from Israel.
Okay.
Eri and Agro.
Okay. Alright, so if you know you are an Israelite, right? So what should you do? Deuteronomy chapter 10 verse 12. Just 1 minute, let me show you, because one thing is one thing to say I am Israel, And there's another thing that you have to do. Do you understand? Like for instance, if you say you are Nigerian, right? You have a culture, right?
Yes.
Yes. So when you say you are an Israelite, you should have a culture. God give us a culture too. So listen to this verse. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12.
Read.
And now Israel,
And now Israel, like you know you are an Israelite. Read.
what does the Lord thy God require of thee?
So what did God require of you as a son of Israel? Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God
How?
with all thy heart
Read.
and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord.
So as an Israelite, God gave us a commandment. Do you remember when Moses was with the children of Israel in the wilderness? He went to the mountains Sinai to correct laws and came and give it to us, right? So as an Israelite, God gave us laws, statutes, and commandments that we should keep. So let's give you one law that you are keeping right now, and let me show you something again. Leviticus chapter. 1 second. You go right now. Today, you're supposed to be hearing this because you should be happy that you meet your brothers that are the same tribe like you as an Israelite. Read.
The book of Leviticus chapter 21 and verse 5.
Read.
They shall not make bonnets upon their heads.
So the Bible says as a children of Israel, we shouldn't make bonnets upon our heads. Meaning we shouldn't use razor. You know, bad like a Michael Jordan, right? Read.
Neither shall they shave off the corners of their beard.
So your beards, you should leave it like you leave yours right now. That is a law that you're supposed to be keeping, right? You are keeping it right now. But let's see. Give me the book of Numbers 15. Numbers 15. Let me show you one law right now.
Bring it on!
Brother, this is we have to be a man right now. Your sister, your wife, let her wait. You listen to your father's word, right?
That's right.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15, and verse 38.
Read.
Come on! Speak unto the children of
You
Israel.
see, as the if you open the Bible, you can only hear that God was dealing with only the children of Israel.
That's right.
Not no other nation. So he says, speak unto the children of Israel.
And beat them,
Beat them means command them, tell them, read.
that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
Wait, do you know what is called fringes? What is fringes? Fringes. Fringes. Okay, look around the brothers here, you see everybody with some textiles here. This is called fringes. As an Israelite man, you should have fringes in the read it so that he can hear.
That they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
So in the borders of your garment, you should have fringes on. Let's see what comes on top of the fringes.
Throughout their generation.
So how long is generation? Forever, right? So as we still give birth today, we have to wear it and give it to our, pass it down to our children too, so that they can keep it on. So as I saw you said you are an Israelite, I was expecting, okay, you have your fringes on. This is a petty law. Do you understand? The simple law.
We have some. Is like a commandment.
It's a yeah. So we have to do
the
it.
law.
Yes.
What the God has given us to do.
Yes, because we do not keep the law, that's why now we end up in suffering,
in the hands of
slavery,
wicked ones.
now colonization.
Yes.
Look at how we've been dealing with each other. Now you call yourself Nigerian. I will call myself Ghanaian. Another brother will call yourself.
Nigeria is a contract.
But that shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
So let's finish this so that you see. Read.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So you put upon the fringe a ribbon of blue. Read.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe,
So it will be on you as a fringe.
that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
So having the fringes, it helps you to remember all the commandments of the law and what?
And keep them.
And do them, keep them.
That's
do you understand? So as an Israelite man, you have to stand up right now and take back your culture back.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word